Good Tuesday morning. This is 106.1 KYVZ. Visiting now with meteorologist Chris Sramek at Decision Weather and America's Weather Streaming Channel. Chris, kind of a mixed bag of precipitation dotting the weather map this morning.
Yeah, Joe, we've had quite the weather maps the last couple of mornings. We had we're talking about those three low pressure systems. The first one is now moving up into the upper Midwest. The most interesting thing is we got behind that system, we got 31, 32 degrees all the way from Atwood going through St. Joe, Omaha, all the way to Chicago. And the precipitation reports that we're seeing with that is anywhere from a quarter to 3/4 of a mile visibility of fog, drizzle. We got sleet, snow being reported in Omaha, back to sleet in Des Moines, and a rain, sleet, snow mix in northern Indiana, all the way to that Chicago, southern Lake Michigan area. Further to the south, we get into the mid-30s down in Oklahoma. Missouri, we still got fog, light rain, drizzle, and then you get into Texas along that Arklatex, and that's where we got heavier rain showers and thunderstorm activity. This is going to be pulling out, moving away up into the north and east, off to the east coast, and then right behind it, we got a second low-pressure system that's now entering into Texas. It's going to bring that rain, shower, thunderstorm, and pull up to the north and take the exact same track going up into the Midwest and the Great Lakes. What that will do for us is keep this fog, these temperatures kind of steady for the next 24, 36 hours in that upper 20s, low 30s, just right at the freezing mark. So there could be some slickness out there. Did get some reports here this morning of people traveling that the roads are slick. They're not icy, but there are slick spots. So you need to take precautions with the fog, turn your lights on, and drive at slower speeds. Looking ahead, further on down the road, that third system will be pulling out of here on Friday. And it looks like Friday morning we'll see kind of some wraparound precipitation, maybe a little wintry mix out on the Colorado border in south of I-70 in southwest Kansas, and then rain moving across southern Kansas, and then tracking up to the north and east into the Midwest there into Saturday. What that does for us is we'll have some sun pop out on Thursday. That'll be an in-between day. We'll see those temperatures shoot up there in the mid-40s, upper 40s, kind of like we saw yesterday afternoon in some areas. And that kind of felt like a Pacific heat wave. And then we'll dip back down there on Friday to around 40. And then the real warm-up begins and the pattern changes over the weekend where high pressure builds out over the west. That starts bringing that westerly flow, downsloping winds over to our area. We'll go into the mid to upper 40s again on Saturday, heading towards the 50s on Sunday. And then all of next week looks like that high pressure will be firmly set over the Rocky Mountains, and we'll see 50, 60-degree temperatures, overnight lows in the upper 20s to around 30. That'll start really melting all that snow and ice, and it becomes kind of muddy as we head towards 1st of February and Groundhog Day.
Chris, as we get into February, will a tranquil weather pattern continue, or will we go back to more of an active type of setup that we've just kind of passed through?
Well, you listen to, the groundhog sees a shadow. If the sun's out, we'll have 6 more weeks of winter that'll come in for the middle parts of February going into March. As far as the models go, right now they're showing a pretty good stretch of warm weather the next couple weeks here after the weekend. So the things to watch there is to see what our drought maps have done with all this precipitation this week and last week and since the first of the year, see if that changes any of the conditions. And then, odds are that we'll probably see another cold snap middle to late February and heading into March. That's just common in the wintertime, and we are in a pretty active pattern. So for it to just stop, probably not likely. I think we'll see this transition from an El Nino kind of weakening and maybe some more weather coming later in February and heading into March.
That's Chris Sramek with Decision Weather and America's Weather Streaming Channel. I'm Joe Vyzourek on KYVZ.